And good morning to everyone. It's Wednesday and it is October the 1st. Time for another few words from the pastor. Um, Had a quick story for you, okay? And then hopefully uh, some word, hopefully that could be useful for us in our own lives. Um, there once was a young couple who was struggling very much to make ends meet during the holiday season. And we were still a little bit of ways from the holiday season, even though the stores were already advertising the beginning with Thanksgiving, Halloween and Thanksgiving, Christmas season. They were already moving in that direction. Uh, but their financial problems, they both, in spite of their financial problems, they both wanted to buy each other a special gift. We've heard of this. We might have heard the story before, but hopefully it's timely for us. And after crying about their situation, the wife stood up by the window and she looked out at the window with you know, this tremendous interest and focus. The next day was Christmas, and here she was. She only had $10 to spend on her gift and her husband's gift, and everything she wanted to buy was much more than that. She had been saving as much as she could, but bills always took most of their resources. But there was one thing that the wife had that would be valuable, to sell her. She had a long flowing hair, and we've heard this story before. That's okay. So she contacted a wig maker and asked how much money she could earn to give them her hair. And they told her, we'll give you $100. $100, that money quickly. She went from shop to shop looking for a perfect gift, and she had her hair cut off, got the money, and went shopping for this gift. And then she found it. Her husband had this gold watch that had been passed down to him from one generation to another. It was a family member to another family member, but he had no chain to put it out, so it was always in his pocket, you know. And so she said, I'm going to get him a gold chain to go with his beloved gold watch that had been passed down in his family from generations. Anyway, with 82 cents left in change, she ran home, excited about the gift she had gotten for her husband. While waiting for him to get home from work, the wife became nervous that he would not find her attractive because she had cut off all of her hair. And he became nervous about what he would think about her. When her husband walked inside the door, he was as quiet, and his eyes looked strangely at his wife, with an expression in them that she didn't quite understand. She said to him, honey, don't look at me like that. I sold my hair. I couldn't live through Christmas without giving you a gift. My hair will grow back. Let's be happy. You know what a beautiful gift I got for you? He put his arms around her. And then from inside his coat, he took something that was tied in paper and threw it on the table. Listen, he said, nothing like a haircut could make me love you any less. But open this. There lay two beautiful combs that he had seen in the shop window and loved for a long time. Combs with jewels, perfect for her beautiful hair. But her hair was gone. She held them to her heart and said, my hair grows so fast. And then she jumped up and held out her gift to him with open hands. The gold chain sparkled. Isn't it perfect? I hunted all over town to find it. You'll have to look at your watch 100 times every day. Give me your watch. I want to see how they look together. He sat down and smiled and said, honey, I sold the watch to get the money to buy the combs. And now I think we should have dinner. There's a message there for us, and the message for me at least when I every seasonally hear this story is how we need to appreciate what others do for us. We know the Magi, Jesus had appreciated the gifts that the Magi brought. Couldn't use gold, frankincense, myrrh, couldn't use those at that time, but it was the gift and the fact that it was a gift given to him that the family was appreciative of. I look in my life and I say how blessed I've been. My staff here, God bless them, how good they've been to me over these years. My community, how blessed they've been to me in good times and in bad. They've been good. God bless them. The people I take care of, the people I'm called to serve. What a blessing they've been to me. How inspired I am by them, and how they make me a better person. And they know not even that they give. They give and know not that they give even. How blessed I have been, and how blessed I am. And I sometimes fail, I think, to let them know how appreciative I am. Both my staff, my community, the people that I called to serve and minister to. And so maybe I need to take this time to remind them and to remind you to look into your own lives and see the people on a day-to-day basis that give and know not that they give. The ones who have made your life a blessing because they've been a part of it, because they decided to enter into your life, even if just for a brief few moments, and do something that inspires you, that awakens you to the reality that yes, there's evil in the world, yes, there's darkness in the world, yes, there's all kinds of doom and gloom in the world, but there's also light, and there's hope, and there's joy, and there's peace, and there's love. And that's what we decide to take into our own life and pass on to others. May this day be an opportunity for us to do just that. And in doing that, may we become completely the person that we've been called to be. Not waiting for any particular season, not waiting for any particular day, every day of every week, of every month, of every year in our life. We're called to celebrate and rejoice and be grateful to God for the gifts and the opportunities He's given us to grow in love of Him and through Him to each other. Let's not waste the time that we have, how brief though it might be, and in recognizing the moment, continue to see our call to give, to serve, to do, to be, to share with one another the love of God in kindness and hope and joy and peace. Courageously live the gospel. Mary, help of Christians, pray for us. Mary, help of Christians, pray for you. See you next week, and have and not just a great day, but an outstanding week as well. God bless you all.